Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. This is a review of the Wittman Tailwind for Microsoft Flight Sim, a much loved kit form aircraft. I'll go into that in more detail in this video, which is coming out soon. This is an early access video. I've got early access to this aircraft. It's not yet released to the public, but it'll be coming soon. First for PC, and then it'll be in the marketplace for both Xbox and PC pilots. So in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the Tailwind. It comes in two variants, which I'll go into more detail in this video, and show you some of the amazing and surprisingly nice features that this aircraft, this package comes in. It's nice to have different variants, something completely different for the sim, and this is very likely very different to what you've experienced so far. So okay, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so we're set up at Leeds Bradford Airport, version 2. I'm external, not quite cold and dark. I've got a few things on, like battery and the screens. Just look at this. Looks like some kind of stock car, doesn't it? There's a good reason for that. Give you a bit of information about the Tailwind, shall I? It basically comes in kit form, if you want. If you want to build your own Tailwind, you can get a kit. If you've got a few grand, you can still buy them now. Got a few grand spare, get this in kit form and build it yourself. The package you get with the Microsoft Flight Sim version comes with two different variants. You've got the more powerful W10 here, and you get all those screens with it as well, with the W10. Or you get the W8 version. Let me show you something of that on screen. Looks slightly different externally. And when you go internal, you've got dials pretty much instead of those glass cockpit displays. So there you go. Let's just take that off screen. I'm going to be showing you more the W10. This has got all the bells and whistles. Designed by Steve Wittman. And he was basically an a racer. So an aircraft racer. So he put a lot of his designs, as you can see with this one, aircraft racing designs, into this aircraft. Or his influence, the influence of aircraft racers' designs into this one. And it really shows, doesn't it? Definitely looks like a racer. And look at that control unit. That is just brilliant. I would love to. I'm tempted to go and buy one in kit form if I had the room. Absolutely loving this. It comes with a ton of liveries. Let me just show you some of them and show you the W10 ones on screen. I love it when designers put this much spit and polish and care into their products. Really some fantastic liveries you get with this. And this is just half of them. Let me take that off screen. You get as many with the W8 as well, which is just brilliant. Bill was the person, he's a team leader at Lionheart Creations. He was a lovely guy. He reached out to me. I did email him about the price he's got, his estimated price for this. He's not come back to me on that yet. Soon as I hear that, either hear it post-processing when I'm editing the video, I'll put it on screen or down below in the description, or in both places, perhaps. And it's going to be coming out in, he said, about a week. Now, it'll come out on Sim Market first. As soon as I get a link for that, I'll put that down in the description. Not long after, it will come out on the marketplace for both Xbox and PC. So, Xbox pilots, if this tickles your fancy, and it should do, watch out for that. So, that should be a week or two from now. And price, I'll just have to keep you updated when I hear about that myself. Just showed you a bit of the external features there. I'll come back to that. There's a better way of seeing these external features, but let's just zip around the aircraft. Got fantastic texturing. So unique looking, isn't it? Look at that when you're looking at it from front on there. Fantastic looking aircraft. Can you imagine buying this in kit form? How much room would you need? How big would your garage need to be? Let's get internal. I've showed you some of these features. But look at that. You got camping stuff in the back. Let's come back to that in a moment. Experimental. Just like the quickie there written on the back. Isn't that brilliant? Nice animations with the doors. And the touchscreens there. It's a touchscreen PFD, by the way. With map views, and you can play around with that. And you've got a Garmin system. And even things here. Let's just come down to this view while I'm here talking about these. If I turn this knob, it will go between different screens. Isn't that neat? Again, above the Call of Duty there, above and beyond what you expect with products. That's just brilliant. So there you go. Let's just come out a bit and come down to this view. What I want to show you, I mentioned the camping stuff. Let's show you that. If I click on camping mode and go external, you get your own camp out utility with this. Isn't that brilliant? But that's not all, my friends. Let me just change the time of day to dusk, nighttime. Now you got the airport lights, that's fine. But if we go internal again, if we go internal again, and there's a button along this side. Now where is it? Lantern lights. Let's click on that. Oh, by the way, while we're here, let's take a look. Let's just get my view right there. Let's take a look at the cabin lights there. Isn't that brilliant the way it's lit up? Very atmospheric. Well, let's get outside. Look, you got a lantern lights on the wing and the fire's roaring. Oh, there's embers on the fire there. Isn't that brilliant? Just neat. So if you want to land in the middle of nowhere and you want to camp out, you can use this as kind of like a touring aircraft as well. So there we go. Let's change all that back now. Well, no, I'll keep it there for the moment. That's fine, because I'm going to have to start it up anyway. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Just reminding myself, you've got a neat feature with this. I've got checklists enabled on my flow wheel, so let's do that. These checklists are quite nice. Cockpit familiarization there. So you've got all the various things. But look at that. It'll give you kind of like a tour. As you click on each one, it'll give you a tour of what's included within the cockpit. It's a great way of getting to know the aircraft. This one I like, the yellow plastic tubing fuel thing here. In fact, sorry, let's just give you a better view. So let's just change the time back. Handy dandy time wheel with flow. So there you go. What I do like though, and this is not what you'll find often with checklists, exterior walk around. Let's go rudder and elevator. This is what I mean about getting a close-up of the external. This is a better way of doing it. It's like having a walk around of your aircraft. Still got my camping equipment out. I'll need to put that away. Let's go ailerons. Move my Verpal stick left and right there. Isn't that brilliant? Flaps, scoops and all types of things. Look at that. So you get really good close-up of the textures there. Doesn't that look fantastic? Even the wing there, it's got different stickers on and things. Oh, still got my chocks on. I need to remove them. Left and right. And there you go. So that's just a great way of getting... It's a great way of getting a close-up on the external mode. It's like I said, it's like having a walk around of the aircraft. Reminds me of the old days in Flight Simulator X with the A2A. Was it the 172 or 152? 172, wasn't it? The A2A. Fantastic. They did a similar thing. Let's get back internal and come back up here. Let me just put my camping equipment away. Has that done it? It has. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start the aircraft up and give her a test flight. So there we go, we're set up at the active runway, engines running, all systems on. Something I didn't show you in the previous part of the video, you get an incredible 110-page manual with this, with all kinds of useful information in there. Again, a lot of spit and polish. Seems a lot of care really has gone into this whole production, which is fantastic to see. Let's just take that off screen. Okay, let's get internal. Have I got an autopilot? assigned altitude I don't. Let's just do on what I was 600 feet, so I'll just set that, just using my Virpil set linked to the Virpil hold test video I did down below in the description. I've been using it since I've got it. People ask, do you actually use the stuff you get? Big time. Okay, I'm going to throttle up, release the parking brake, and off we go. The nose should come down. There we go. And before you know it, this just wants to... It's wanted to get off the ground, isn't it? It just wants to get off the ground. So I'll bring my flaps up. And it's still, even with flaps up, it's going to want to go nose up, so I'll just trim down immediately. Now, I am using a high-end HOTAS. There are sensitivities put in there, but you can feel that racing design influence in the movement. It's got quite a unique movement to it, the aircraft. You can imagine it racing along a racetrack. I've found that particularly more with the W8 version with this, with the classic dial version of this. It's kind of like a very acrobatic, racy feel aircraft. Now I do have a course set in, of course. Okay, let's just fly back towards, come down to this view and get a better idea of where I am in relation to that course. I've got autopilot buttons set up on my HOTAS system, my throttle quadrant. But look at that, you can see, you can imagine this just racing along, can't you? Racing along a track. Are we near enough to that? If I go autopilot and FMS, as GPS kicked in, GPS has kicked in. Let's just change, see, you get different options with this screen. What's going on there? Yeah, keep it there, why not? Up over throttling, as you can see, it powers along as well. That's 160 knots, but I am pretty much full throttle. I've just pulled it back a little bit, and now it's lining up with the GPS course that I've just set in, just to show you that. What a shame to use GPS in this aircraft, though. Especially if you're testing it out like this. It just feels brilliant to hand fly. Interesting views either side. And it's just tempting to go and park in the middle of nowhere, get my camping gear out in this aircraft again. I love that feature. There you go, we can turn back. So it feels lovely to fly. What I'm going to do, people, is actually locate the airport again and show you what she's like in landing. Okay, so with Leeds Bradford Airport just ahead of me there, as you can see, I'm bringing her down for a land, all manual control. So I'm not on an autopilot. It's got a very fluid race feel movement to it. Now that could be partly due to my Virpil set I'm using, because that's a very precise HOTAS. But I don't think so. Very different from anything I've flown before. Just like the Quickie, quite unique in its own class. Never flown a Tailwind, of course, but you know, you get that feeling. Yeah, this is what it will feel like to fly. So there you go. Let me just bring that speed down more. You've got to be really slow coming into land here. Bit above flap speed, but I'm just putting in some flaps to help me there. There we go. Now we're there. Now be careful, Hudson. You're going to stall the aircraft now. Let's put that throttle back up a little bit. Look at my speed, bottom left there, as you can see, just below stall speed. Just got to be a little bit careful. No gear to put down. Now I'm in stall speed. Don't want to spot. No, I should be okay at that speed coming in. Should be fine. No gear to put down, fixed gear, so let's just bring her down nice and slowly now. Now reduce my throttle all together and just, oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of practice, this one, isn't it? But that's the beauty of an aircraft. Now, if I brake, should go back on its back wheel there. There we go. Brake and come off. That's not bad. I've only flown it a few times. So I'll take that one. Any landing you can walk away from. Don't know about the wheels walking away from this one, but it wasn't too bad. So let's just throttle up a wee bit more. And then brake all together. And put on the parking brake and pop outside and give you my recommendations. Now, you probably saw before, Bill did come back to me, and he always does. We've been emailing each other quite often. And Bill is the creator of this beautiful aircraft. Came back to me. It's going to be $18, about 1660 euros. That's going to be what, £15 for this package? It's an absolute no-brainer. All these different utilities, the number of liveries, and that camp out utility, and all the different things you get with this aircraft. Go out and get it once it's released, guys. That's all I can say. Should come on the marketplace and sim market in about a week time. Marketplace may take a little bit longer, but within a week or two it should be on there. Xbox and PC pilots. If this tickles your fancy, and it really should, go out and buy it. Huge recommendation from me. It's something I'm going to be flying a lot in the future. There's a lot in the package. It comes, my install size was 10 gigabytes, so it's a big package. I just love it when developers put so much care and passion in their products, and this shows throughout, and I hope this video has highlighted some of that care and passion. Huge recommendation from me. Do let me know your thoughts. Will you be getting this one? I really recommend you do. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, many more Flight Simulator videos on their way, and I'll see you soon.